of these MAGA people have lost their minds. Now, everybody is going to Starbucks and ordering this Mint Majesty tea with 2 honeys on it, and they're asking to have Charlie's name written on the cup. So weird and so creepy. Like, why would you get the name of some podcaster guy who isn't even alive anymore written on your cup? So weird. Anyway, so this story right here takes place in Chicago just the other day. A couple went in and complained that somebody wrote loser on the cup. They went in, they started complaining, and in this video, you can see they're talking to the manager right here because they're complaining that they said that somebody wrote loser on their cup, and they were threatening to shut down all the surrounding Chicago area until somebody came forward and admitted to it. So weird. Anyway, so Starbucks got footage and found out that this weird Trump-supporting Republican MAGA couple wrote loser on the cup themselves. And Starbucks actually put an official statement on their website saying that people are going on and writing this on the cup themselves, and they had nothing to do with this. These people are out of their damn minds. Why? Why are you going to Starbucks and ordering like a drink and saying it's after a dead person? Why are you writing loser on the cup and trying to start a fight with these poor baristas?
Guys, apparently there's a Charlie Kirk's Starbucks order. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. Guys, the things you find on the internet these days, like, I really don't understand. So after the unaliving of Charles, many of those that supported him wanted to find a way to honor him, and they felt that sending a personal message might be meaningful. So instead of posting all these messages online alone, they chose something simple and everyday. So apparently in one of Charlie's old videos, right, when he was still alive, he mentioned that his Starbucks drink was Mint Majesty tea with 2 honeys because apparently he loses his voice easily. So he says he drinks like 7 or so thereabouts of the Starbucks coffee or is it tea in a day. And for his fans, ordering this drink became a way to get closer to him. When I came across these videos online, I was like, what is this? So it looks like they are participating in a shared ritual, because guys, make it make sense, because I really do not understand. Okay, so this small gesture allowed people to show respect in a way that fits naturally into their daily lives according to them, and they feel like it is something that anybody can do, anybody that supports Charlie, without organizing a big event. So what they do is that many of the fans will go to Starbucks, right, and they'll ask the baristas to write Charlie Kirk on the cups, right, thinking it will make the tribute more personal, because for them it was not about politics, it was about attracting attention. And if some of these baristas refuse, saying that okay, they don't want to write anything political, they would create a fight, guys. And this trend has spread quickly like wildfire. Let's keep watching these videos. I need to know what you think in the comment section. Let me know, please.
I just got a Grande Mint Majesty with 2 honeys in honor of the late, great, legendary Charlie Kirk. He used to drink this so that he wouldn't lose his voice. I wanted to share this and tell you that this is the first time ever, and I frequent Starbucks quite a bit. This is the first time ever they have not written anything on my cup, and something just told me when the barista told me it would be a minute on my drink, and said it'd be a minute on the drink, which I know it takes a minute to prepare it, but this is the first time ever, like, just something about the barista when he told me it would be a minute, there's just something that told me they weren't going to write anything on there.
That's what it has on the cup.
So let me get this right. You ordered a drink. You asked to put Charlie Kirk's name on it. They did not. They put a smiley face on the cup and they brought it out. Okay. So when they told you they didn't do politics, wasn't it your guys' side? Wasn't it the Republicans who said that people shouldn't have to serve gay people a wedding cake, right? Don't you guys remember this? Like you said, oh, if it infringes on our rights and our beliefs, we don't have to do it. Then why do we have to mourn Charlie Kirk? Because as far as I'm concerned, it infringes on my beliefs of freedom of speech and the fact of freedom of who I want to mourn and the fact that I'm not a Christian or the fact that, like, literally I think he was a repulsive man. I think this is ridiculous. And I was boycotting Starbucks over Israel, and this is making me want to go back to Starbucks. Like, you guys are a joke.
Like, I really don't know who comes up with all these trends. I don't really know. Maybe somebody sits down and just thinks of ways to just stir up maybe people's anger or people's frustration, because I don't understand. And this situation has become a public spectacle because there are videos, there are photos circulating showing barristers that are refusing to write Charlie Kirk on their cups. And in some cases, all the cups were returned to customers with maybe insulting messages. And these reactions have been mixed because some people are criticizing Starbucks employees, claiming that they are disrespecting, they are being disrespectful towards Charlie because they refuse to write the name. And some are saying that it is not that deep, that is not something to become unnecessary political about. And this has generated different hashtags, different discussion threads, analyzing who was right and who was wrong. And I put a video at the end of these videos, guys, about the story of a couple that apparently this Charlie Starbucks situation happened to. And at the end of the day, Starbucks realized that the couple was lying because whatever story they presented was not true. I'll leave that video at the end of this video so that you guys can watch it. And it just shows how private actions like, just getting a Starbucks order can become a public controversy. Like, just make it make sense. Like, I don't even understand. This guy orders this tea and these 2 honeys because of his voice. But because you guys want to, I really don't know what the intention is. You now go, like, it's enough that you create videos, create awareness. Okay, it was this, it was that, you liked him, this and that, create hashtags. But now going to the extent of trying to get a Starbucks order, telling them to write his name and forcing them, trying to force them, the employees, if they don't want to write the name on the Starbucks order, like, it has now turned into a private, should I say, private tribute or something like that. Like, I really don't understand. And it's creating and it's raising public attention, conflicts, and sometimes debates. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's keep watching these videos.
What's happening at Starbucks right now is honestly wild. Supporters of Charlie Kirk have started this strange ritual where they order what they're calling Charlie's drink, just a mint tea with 2 honeys. But the part that's blowing up online isn't the drink itself, it's what comes next. These customers are placing their orders under his full name, expecting baristas to call it out exactly. And if the barista only says Charlie instead of Charlie Kirk, supporters are storming up to the counter, yelling at staff, and in some cases even doxing them, trying to get workers fired for not announcing the full name. There are now videos circulating everywhere of baristas being screamed at over something as small as reading a cup order. It's escalated to the point where a simple tea order has turned into harassment. What we're watching is a new level of obsession, almost a deification of a podcaster. And the irony is, even his quotes, in or out of context, were rarely uplifting or kind. Yet now, his supporters are turning coffee shops into battlegrounds just to honor him. It's not just over the top, it's disturbing. And honestly, it leaves a lot of people at a loss for words.
That lady who tried to get that Starbucks worker fired for putting loser or for ordering what they're calling the CK drink, yeah, Starbucks finally responded. So this lady, Jacqueline Garrettson, tried to make it seem like Starbucks put loser on her cup after ordering a Mint Majesty with 2 pumps of honey. First off, when you do a Starbucks mobile order, you don't need to write anything on the cup. They print out a sticker as you see here and put it on the cup and then put it on the cubby for people to come and grab. And then as you see on the sticker, it does not have CK name on it. So first off, they wouldn't even have known this person ordered this drink in memorial or memory, whatever you guys are doing, for a CK. We can already tell this whole thing is kind of looking fishy from the start. Then she did this whole thing. Her mother-in-law supposedly ordered this drink and told them to put CK name on it, but instead they put loser, and they went back to the Starbucks and tried to get the worker fired. They tried to get the worker fired for their lies. And when the Starbucks employees came and said, hey, well, nobody did that. The person people who working here, they aren't here to kind of defend themselves. The guy said, well, I can have this whole street lined up with patriots and trying to get this person fired for lies, y'all. They're complete lies. They made this up. This whole narrative is made up. But Starbucks did their investigation. They found no evidence supporting this. They looked at the time steps of the cameras and they seen nobody writing this on their cup. Because it's a mobile order. A mobile order, you don't need to write anything on a cup. You print out the sticker, you put it on a cup, you put the cup on the cubby for people to come grab. And then you wonder why we are saying you guys are in a cult. Because you're doing stuff like this. You're making up scenarios. You're making up these false situations and trying to get people fired, trying to get people real lives, trying to mess their real life up. How do you guys not see this? This is insanity. And then you guys are going to Starbucks and ordering this CK drink for what? For what? What is the propaganda behind this? What's the outcome? What do you want? You want Starbucks to do what? What change does this make? And then y'all are recording. So y'all are doing this for likes. Y'all doing this for clicks. Like there's no end goal in all of this. Something is messed up. Like you guys are going through something. Maybe I am the disconnect. I don't see what's going on. I don't see the point in all this. Maybe it's me. I think that's the case. Maybe it's just me. But let me know what you guys think. Y'all stay positive. Peace.
So it turns out this whole situation was fake. If you don't know what this situation is, basically this lady ordered a Starbucks Mint Majesty tea or whatever Starbucks thing, and she got her cup, she took it home, wrote the word loser on it, and then came back to yell at the Starbucks about it. She came back to yell at the Starbucks saying that somebody had written loser on her cup, and the Starbucks pulled surveillance footage, and turns out when they gave her the cup, it didn't have loser written on it. And they made a whole thing about it too. They went back to Starbucks, started to yell. They said they don't want a corporate answer or a corporate solution. They want something happen right away. And so the Starbucks did something right away by pulling their surveillance footage, and turns out it wasn't them. You know, my dad always used to say that only losers yell at service workers. I think she wrote loser on her cup because deep down she knew what she was.
My question is, why go to the extent of embarrassing yourself? I mean, you left the comfort of your home, right? You went to Starbucks to order coffee, and you had the effrontery to go back to your house and write loser on top of the cups. Then you had the audacity to go back to Starbucks and to tell them that they gave you, that order with loser written on top of the cup. And Starbucks went to the extent of bringing out a security footage, and you realize that you were wrong. Like the extent these people go to embarrass themselves, because I really do not understand. And is it that there are no more problems in the world, or is it that everything is just so calm, or people are just so filled up, so satisfied, they have enough money, they have enough things to do, or they are that bored, they don't have anything to do than to create and stir up trouble? Because guys, make it make sense to me in the comment section, because it is not making sense at all. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section about this new gist that is turning the internet around. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.